Good. Now take 2 steps forward, right there, and fast. Big rotation. Head follows your hands. There you go. There it is. 5, 4, 3, 2, and dump it. Done. Excellent.
Done. My primary care doctor referred me, or told me I should get physical therapy perhaps. And he, I think, gave me baclofen and some muscle relaxants and put me in physical therapy. And after about 6 weeks of physical therapy, he moved me into exercise. And at that point, that's when I met Anthony. So I know it was around the time of the Newport Jazz Festival, because the first time I ever saw Anthony was he came in the office to pick up something, and they were talking about going to the jazz festival, and somebody said, that's the guy you will do exercise with. So I didn't know who he was until then. So I did mostly circuits and did individual with him maybe on weekends, that, you know, where we would mix and match. I think at that point, it was about strengthening and just getting exercise. I didn't do anything really for myself that had to do with active physical exercise. I could tell a difference by the following winter. I actually slipped on the ice a couple of times, one time pretty seriously, getting in my car at the hospital, and I really was able to catch myself even though I had a pocketbook and a briefcase and 6 other, and I probably had a cup of coffee too or something stupid, and I slipped. And that really would have, I think, normally really injured me. And I was fine. So I think it was more about, at that point, building core strength as much as anything. And he wasn't really focusing on his heart, I think, was in the rehabilitation piece, but he wasn't focusing that much on that in the general punch circuits. It was about conditioning and about using different muscle groups in different ways and building core strength and being able to develop endurance without having to, you know, run marathons and stuff. There was also a hiatus when Anthony wasn't doing training. So that was part of it. He was not doing so much personal training. And I didn't think he was taking clients. He was doing a lot of travel. And the people that I knew that I run into that I had known from the gym were not seeing him anymore because he wasn't doing individual. I had started getting shoulder issues, and so I couldn't really do the stuff over my head. And I started getting sciatica from driving, and then just didn't come back. In the meantime, I had tried, around that time, because I was realizing, like, gee, your body's beginning to fall apart, maybe you ought to get yourself in better shape. I had tried a couple of other trainers, one that was closer to my house, whose classes were more convenient, and I just didn't click. I didn't feel good about it. And then I tried another person that was referred to me by a lady that does sort of therapeutic massage, and he was scared to death to treat me because I was so old. And he would put me on the treadmill, and as soon as my heart rate got up above 125, he'd tell me to stop. A year and a half ago, or 2 years ago, I ran into Deb and his wife, and she said, oh, he's not traveling and he is taking clients, why don't you give him a call? And I've been coming regularly now. That was the summer. I've been coming back, probably been a year and a half. And I try to come twice a week. We don't really have to worry about my shoulders much anymore. At one point, we were really paying attention to doing things over my head because they felt weak. This arm is still weaker than this arm. But I'm right-handed. But after the frozen thing, it's much worse. So we had to adjust to differences in strength. So I guess I've seen this whole left arm certainly get stronger, and they're more equal in strength. By persistently doing it, and I think the challenge helped with that too, by getting 10 weeks of lots of exercise, I got to the place that I actually felt better after I exercised. And I do feel better after I exercise now. Does it make me want to exercise more? No, I don't feel that much better. Like I cannot exercise. So I've never gotten to the place that my body pushes me. There are people who do that. They have to exercise. I had said, I'm allergic to exercise. And people would look at me. I feel like that it just doesn't match with me. And that's part of what coming here for an hour, doing stuff that's fun, and doing different things, not knowing what it's going to be, you know, and feeling virtuous at the end. It's great, you know, so it works, and not much else does for me.